faces, both teams losing a lot via the transfer portal, bringing new players in. But as you said, PJ, it's the experienced veterans coming in via the transfer portal for Oregon State, and we are underway. Back door, and that's the way you want to start. How about that? Dendy with the cut.
Really good execution, a good back screen, and the delivery right now. Shante Leggins couldn't have asked for a better first possession.
Fala using his muscle, can't get it home. Balasager-Webb with the block out, and we'll go the other way.
No secret where Oregon State's going to go early. It's going into Parsifala and Michael Ratai.
McKinnon almost loses the handle, coming off a great game against Wazoo with the 22 points. 10 on the shot clock. Up top, Balasager-Webb, and now Max needs to get something. 2 on the shot clock, and what a start for the Pilots.
Very patient possession. They don't mind if it takes a long time.
Yep.
Fewer possessions are all right. The defense was good, not in the final 4 seconds.
Completely different start than the other night against Wazoo, Coach.
Oh, without question.
Ratai switches hands. There's the double. Looking for some help. He decides to take it himself.
There really was nobody open. He had no choice. He wasn't really looking to shoot it initially, but then he got the finish inside. Again, Michael Ratai and Parsifala are the two that need to get off to good starts for the Beavers.
Ratai with only 6 points against Nebraska. The first time he has not finished in double figures all season long.
No, he's had an excellent year. Just came up a little short against the Huskers.
Delano, the freshman, gets nudged. Minor picking up that foul, his first, team's first.
I see good defense in here. Did a good job staying behind the man for a while, and then when Michael Ratai turned toward the baseline, he got a much easier shot than he should have got.
So an early Pilot lead, 4-2.
Little zone here on against the underneath out of bounds by the Beavers.
Balasager-Webb looking for the roll off the pick, not there. There's the swing, catch and shoot. Back rim and off, tipped and saved. Well played, Deng deep.
3 Aussies in the starting lineup for Portland. Deng Deep, the sophomore, junior McKinnon, and the freshman Rapp with the ball.
Deng deep, aggressive. Wow.
You can't start any better than the Pilots have started right now. They're scoring every possession, they're drawing a foul, playing very, very well, and more importantly for them, playing from ahead.
Boy, no fooling, and you can just see the confidence in their body language, PJ. LT can't get behind Deng deep. Follow right there, but the angle wasn't right.
No, it wasn't. Again, Balasager-Webb is tall. They want to go inside to follow, but not easy to shoot over Balasager-Webb.
Delano, who's been starting recently for this Pilot bunch. Deng deep looking to back down. There's the double. Delano, catch and shoot. My goodness, Portland.
The best 3-point shooter, Rapp's the only one that's missed a shot so far.
A 9-2 Pilot lead. This is uncharted territory for them lately against top shelf opponents. A great start for the Pilots.
Well, as we were talking before the game, Annie, they led University of Oregon for most of the game.
Yes.
At Oregon is Polo, the Markle Minor, knocks down the corner shot.
It's been a while since they've had that kind of lead, and they had Oregon on the ropes. Both of these teams had Oregon on the ropes, both of them succumbing.
Yeah, a lot of teams are saying they might have had Oregon on the ropes, but Dana Albin's crews found a way to win. There's a turnover.
Ratai took a bump and won.
Yeah. And that's a freshman mistake. Ozzie Rapp's got to realize there's nothing he can do right there. He's got to just let him go. He can't go in one. Really good steal right there. Nate Kings, and then he leads the break, gets Rapp to commit. Rapp's got to just let him finish.
Yep.
This team is one of the best in the entire NCAA in forcing steals, and as with most teams, when you turn the ball over and let the other team get running downhill, which you saw right there, that's not a good recipe for success.
Ratai, front rim and off.
These are two of the better teams, free throw shooting teams in the entire country. It's an unusual miss there for Michael Ratai.
Ratai is all over the WCC statistic chart.
Yeah, he certainly is.
Man, Delano, hesitation, the kick. Chris Austin checking in for the University of Portland. Dengdeet, aggressive, and the walk. So it was a 9-2 Pilot lead early in this match. Oregon State coming back. We got a good one, 9-6 early in the first. Portland Pilots 9-6. Both of these teams common foe in Oregon, both with really tough losses.
Yeah, Portland again playing on the road, playing at Matthew Knight Arena earlier in the year, led by 8 at halftime. They led late in the game and just turned it over late, ended up losing in overtime. They missed a couple of free throws that would have iced the game in regulation. It was totally in their hands. They let it slip away. And Oregon State here, it was just a back and forth the entire game. It was what used to be called a Civil War. No surprise, it was a back and forth game. And when it mattered most, Oregon executed in the final 2 minutes.
Those were grind your teeth moments for both of these clubs, because obviously that a result would have been absolutely huge. Hesitation, Ratai gets it down. He's got 6 already.
Yeah, lest you forget, that was back-to-back turnovers, and they scored on both of the turnovers, separated by the timeout.
Dengdeet. Rapp thought he'd pull the trigger there, PJ. Instead, ball on the deck, quick hands, another turnover, and here comes Oregon State.
3 straight turnovers. Michael Ratai, who's, you mentioned all the categories he's in, there's one of the best three-point shooters in the entire conference. Nate King's unable to connect.
Shooting 51% coming into tonight's contest from beyond the arc. Pilots did a better job on the transition defense and forced that miss.
3 straight turnovers for Portland. They get it inside that time. Kinnan is a versatile player. You look at him, he's a guard, he's bouncy, he can shoot the 3, but he also does a good job on the glass, and he's capable of posting up, which you just saw.
Transfer out of Elon.
Was Rookie of the Year in the CAA 2 years back.
Turnover, Delano wants to fly in, scores and does.
A little bit of their own medicine right there. Turnover leads to the easy bucket for the Pilots. Wayne Tinkle is not happy with Parsifala so far.
Josiah Lake into the Oregon State lineup. Looking for that high pick from Fala. Not there. Ratai stepping back. Sweet stroke.
No hangover from his last game in Hawaii for Michael Ratai.
13-10. And again, the Pilots aggressively going to the cup and not going east-west, they're going north-south.
Well, they beat him off the dribble. This happened repeatedly. He goes by Parsifala right there, and I think that's why you're going to see Matthew Marsh coming in, and you're probably going to see Fala leaving. That happened too many times in the Oakland game and then a couple of times in the Nebraska game, and that was the difference that prevented Oregon State from winning the Diamond Head Classic, their interior defense in the game against Nebraska.
So 5 now for Dengdeet, as C picked up that foul, by the way, his first, team's second. Dengdeet nearing his seasonal average.
And Parsifala's got to play much better on the defensive end than he's played the last 3 games, the last 2 games, and first 6 minutes of this one.
Masic checking in for the University of Portland.
Caution Masic is their leading returning scorer, and he really has not been as productive as we thought he would be so far. He's a good scorer, he's a good passer, has a tendency maybe sometimes to bounce it a little too much.
Kings hard to the rack.
Nate Kings missed all of last year with the injury. His changed name was Nate Meithoff last year, but excellent junior college career at the College of Southern Idaho, and he's picked up right there so far this season.
Dengdeet with the hesitation. McKinnon. Well, you looked at C, who wanted to block and then backed off, and nice play by Max.
No, Max McKinnon, again, you mentioned 22 points against Washington State. That's his season high, and he's picked up the same way so far this evening.
Just a smart play by Ratai. Gets the defender to go flying and hits.
Second time he wasn't really looking for it when the possession began. Ended up finishing. He's got 10 points already.
Already, after that 6-point performance against...
And another steal for Ratai.
Changing hands and one again. He is carrying Oregon State.
That is a tough foul right there. There was a little bit of contact. DJ Nelson's an excellent official. Shante Leggins is talking to him. Remember, we talked about that on the first one. There's the steal. McKinnon didn't see him coming from behind. That's a tough foul right there. We mentioned it. His second foul, that means he's got to have to come out of the game.
Yep.
We mentioned it the first time. It was on the first play off the steal, he reached in when he had no chance whatsoever. That one there, I don't think was a foul. That's what Shante Leggins is telling DJ Nelson, to no avail. If there's anybody that Portland cannot afford to have sitting on the bench, it's Ozzie Rapp.
3-point play for Ratai. He is having himself a half.
He's got a game's worth already. He's 6 for 6. He's got a couple of steals. Only thing he did wrong, he missed the one free throw. He would have had 2 3-point plays already also. Old-time 3-point plays.
You like the old-time stuff.
Yes, I like anything old-time, Annie. You know that.
Me too. Lalavichus checking in for Oregon State. 17 apiece. Nice run by Oregon State. Masic, catch and shoot. That's what they need him to do.
And that's what he did all last year, and that's what he hasn't done yet this year. But it's no surprise. Vukasin Masic is a good shooter. He's a good scorer, and he's a proven college player.
Off the bench lately for the Pilots. Looking to get his starting job back. I like the two-man game, and C hits.
Came in with the reputation for not being a good three-point shooter, an excellent three-point shooter. Was ice cold, but now the last 3 games he's heated up. 5 for 9 the last 3 games for Isaiah C.
Gebers checking in for the Portland Pilots. Back injury and issues early on, but he's in there now. And how about Balasager Webb going hard to the cup, getting fouled by Marsh? He's got a chance for a 3-point play.
Wayne Tinkle is not happy, but this has happened too many times. Opponent bigs putting the ball on the floor, beating the Oregon.
Good ball game, PJ. 22-20, Portland, Oregon State going back and forth, and Ratai doing his thing.
He certainly has. He's 6 for 6 from the field. He also got a couple of steals. The only thing he didn't do was he missed 1 free throw. Would have had a pair of 3-point plays. Early on, really nothing there, so he makes something out of it. Goes by McKinnon. This is, again, this more beautiful change up. And again, over Ozzie Rapp inside. Rapp trying to not commit that second foul. Defender falls down. Michael Ratai knows what to do. 6 for 6. There's the steal. He's got a pair of those already. And again, the big guy has the ability to put the ball on the floor. That is just a really tough call against Ozzie Rapp. Michael Ratai has got done more already in the first 8 or 9 minutes than he did basically in the Nebraska game in Diamond Head.
13 points for Ratai already. 3-point play for Balasager Webb, recent starter.
A bit of three-quarter court, looks like a 2-2-1 just to take some time off the clock, not necessarily looking to trap.
Both teams going to their benches.
Zone. Shante Liggins.
Minor back on the floor for Oregon State. It's a 3-point lead for the visiting Pilots.
4 bench players on the floor with Balasager Webb for the Pilots.
Minor, 2 on the shot clock. That's good. Good defense. Gebers closing well.
Really good job. And we mentioned that's why they do the press. Get you 10, 12 seconds off the clock by the time you start the offense. And I'll tell you, one of the freshmen, we keep talking about how many freshmen this team has. Gebers has really looked good lately. He had a back problem early in the year, wasn't playing. He's taken advantage of increased playing time.
He's going to be a good one for the Pilots. Feeling healthy. Really a terrific three-point threat. You saw a little defense there as well. Masic, 7 on the shot clock. Nowhere to go. Balasager-Webb. Sweet jump hook.
Jermaine Balasager-Webb off to an excellent start on both ends of the floor. He's doing a good job. He made it difficult for Fowler to score inside early, and offensively, he's looked good.
5 points already for the transfer out of American, just off of his normal seasonal average of 5.6. LT gets a couple back.
The super soft, again, he's awful long. He's a tough cover for Chris Austin. Vlahovic just gets better by the game. He is really going to be a special player for Oregon State.
Lithuanian international. So many international players on this Oregon State roster. Masic tried to step through. Baloo back cut. Baloo all the way to the cup.
Well, they're moving very well without the ball. So far, Portland. That's why they're getting so many good shots.
Play whistle dead.
Shante thought he was going to get a travel. Instead, it went the other way. Masic kicks it outside, but there's the backdoor cut by Baloo and a good delivery. I believe it was Kelson Gebbers with the nice pass right there.
Kings picks up that foul, by the way, his first.
Interesting here. Shante putting Rapp back in the game. Interesting to see whether he stays in the zone to try and protect Rapp. I'm sure he's told him. We'll see. As part of, again, the experience, he's got to learn Rapp. Rapp's got to learn to play in foul trouble. When you're a player that needs to be in the game, you have to learn to play minutes without committing fouls.
And if you're Oregon State, you go right at him. Fowler needs to get going offensively. Bottled up there on the double. Floater, Ratai continues to stay perfect.
Yeah, no answers so far on the defensive end from Portland for Michael Ratai.
15 now for Ratai, right at his average of 15 a pop. Rapp has been quiet, but a lot of other guys have been involved for the Pilots. Gebbers wants the baseline. C cuts him off. 6 on the shot clock for Masic.
Wow.
Balasager-Webb loves the 3. Know that.
He does. Technically, he leads the West Coast Conference in three-point shooting. Doesn't have enough to qualify for NCAA stats, but he's been unbelievable so far. 6
for 9 from beyond the arc. Fowler can't get it home again. Point-blank range.
Yeah, but the length of Balasager-Webb. Balasager-Webb just turned to the bench. He's asking for, he needs a blow right now. He actually can maybe make it to the 8-minute timeout, but he just turned to the coaching staff and said he was winded.
You like Gebbers, and you saw why right there on the catch and shoot in the pocket.
I like Gebbers a lot. Confidence, they got it from the very first play, and they haven't looked back since.
Portland shooting, am I getting this right, 93%? Is that possible?
It's possible. 13 for 14 from the field.
Goodness.
4 for 5 from 3. Just the opposite of the way things went for them. Washington State came in to Charles on Saturday, and they did it. This is incredible shooting to start. If I'm Oregon State, I'm happy. I'm shooting 70%.
Yep.
That's pretty good, not compared to 93.
But defense is what Tinkle hangs his hat on with this Oregon State bunch, and the Pilots are having their way.
Well, particularly the bigs. The bigs are really struggling. There's 4th time finally they got the ball inside. Fowler, you know Austin Rapp is not going to commit his 3rd foul right there. They've been feeding the ball inside to Parsa Fowler. That's the first time he's been able to finish. But again, it wasn't against Balasager-Webb.
Much needed basket for Fowler and Oregon State. Rapp stepping back and scoring.
I'll tell you what, you have to make Rapp dribble the ball. You can't let him go sideways and shoot a 3.
Playing in foul trouble, Rapp. First points of the game. Leads this club in scoring at 14 a pop. Minor with the kick. That's good ball movement.
Yeah, excellent ball movement anyway call. They changed one sides of the floor. Got it from one side to the other. Polo with the assist. Dejan Craig looks to me like he's limping a little bit. I don't know whether he got shot or not. They're trying to post him up inside with Micah Ballou. Got to watch him the next time he comes up the floor. Another turnover. Aussie to Aussie and tries to catch it with one hand. That's not enough. Austin Rapp on this last play. There's a switch. Parsifala has him, but he doesn't have him tight enough. That's too much of a cushion. You see Chris Haslam on the bench right now, assistant coach, telling Parsifala, this is a 40% three-point shooter. We've got to make him dribble. He can't shoot the ball without dribbling it. That's part of that Aussie connection. 3 of them started tonight. The 4th one, Carlin Briggs, is out for the year with the medical red shirt. We have 4 Aussies in the game.
Both coaches going deep into their bench moments ago. All the way to the rim and scoring is Kings.
Nate Kings, that's the 2nd time he's attacked Max McKinnon. Pretty much both teams tonight, Andy, when they put the ball on the floor, they've been able to get to go wherever they want. That shouldn't happen.
McKinnon tripped up. Foul's going to go against Oregon State. Tinkle cannot believe it.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there. Nate Kings, the left-hander, you got to know the scouting report. Michael Ratai gets away with a little screen inside, but again, Nate Kings loves to go left. Max McKinnon's got to do a better job contesting that dribble entry.
Blake picking up that foul moments ago, his first, team's 4th. There's the double on Ding Ding. McKinnon. And the hot shooting continues.
Good recognition on the baseline right there to find. There was a double team. He found the open man in the opposite corner.
Great execution in the half court by the Pilots. And they have been scalding white-hot Kings. The lefty does it again now from distance.
Nate King's looking more and more comfortable. He's playing more and more like he played at the College of Southern Idaho. Again, it's not easy to miss an entire year, particularly with an injury, and he's just playing better by each game.
Just great to have him back on the floor. Nearly poke-checked away by Minor. Delano aggressive, not there. Good board by Ratai, and here comes Oregon State.
Haven't been many defensive rebounds because Portland's making every shot.
You're right. LT, you bet.
Another inside-out play. The previous one started with Fala inside. They kicked it and eventually got it around. That time it was Michael Ratai finding his teammate.
1 possession lead for the Pilots. Under 5 to go in this very entertaining first half.
Yeah, this is good basketball by both teams, particularly, obviously, on the offensive end.
McKinnon gives it up. Dengi, not there. Lake flies in for the board, and he's going to bring it up.
There's Josiah Lake, I'm sorry, that I thought was limping. He certainly didn't look like he was limping on that rebound.
There's the walk. That's good help defense by the Pilots.
There's penetration. That's just a step back. Again, you beat your man going twice to the basket. It opens the step back. Ratai with the good kick out. LT with the finish from outside. They went with the double team, which you have to do the way Michael Ratai's going, and he just gave it up right away to his teammate.
Masic looking to drive on Kings. 4:15 left to go in this first half. Masic almost loses the handle. Plenty of time on the shot clock. McKinnon. No chance on that. Bomb from Masic. LT wants to go all the way at Delano, and the blocking foul will go against Delano, his first.
Tough call again. LT, though, again, shows the versatility. He's got the rebound. He can also put the ball on made threes. Said they're 6 for 9 from the three-point line. The Pilots, 6 different players have done that. The execution has been excellent. Michael Ratai has yet to miss a shot. He's got a couple of steals. He's got a rebound. Not too many rebounds to get the way Portland's shooting the ball. Going to be important, Andy. We got just under 4 minutes left. Portland has got to finish strong. They've played so well for 16 minutes. They've got to finish the half.
So the lead is 3 for the Pilots. Coming in with a 5-9 record. 0-1 in conference play. It's the WCC opener.
LT lost it. Yep. Tried a spin move in traffic. It wasn't there. You can read Wayne. I can hear Wayne Tinkle and read his lips. He said, "Move the ball."
Legs talked about the importance, Shante Leggins, of a good start, and to your point, PJ, a good finish of the half, just as critical.
Well, they have the start. Way better than they could have hoped for. Now they need to consolidate and finish strongly.
Masic stepping through, shot deflected, blocked. Here comes Ratai.
Another rebound. Good job getting back by the Pilots, though. Transition.
Minor stepping back. Back rimming off. Delano, good block out. Ratai couldn't scramble for that loose ball. Masic catch and shoot.
I don't know if either coach likes those 2 threes that just happened on either end of the court. Kind of quick, kind of early in the shot clock. There's a double team on Ratai. Good ball movement.
Of course, he's been really solid off the bench.
Yeah, Chris Austin's got to come up with that rebound.
Ratai looking for that inside presence against McKinnon. Not able to get the angle. Another three-pointer.
Wow.
And another offensive rebound for Oregon State. LT all the way to the rim.
Again, the versatility. Sound like a broken record, but Lavages can beat you a lot of different ways.
And when you think of the Pilots, you always think of this guy.
Oh, he's a super. Did a great job playing in the G League and coaching with the G League Ignite. Poop Jeter, good buddy, #2 all-time in scoring, over 1,700 points, 346 assists. Very deserving entering into the Portland Hall of Fame. Just a couple months ago, I believe.
Yeah, heck of a night, and I'm telling you, I had the good fortune of being there. He had quite the contingency there.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
He had tables rocking and rolling. It was great. It was great.
There's some zone now out of the timeout. Coach Tinkle, now they go man-to-man. Showed the zone, and now they've matched up.
15 on the shot clock. The lead for the Pilots down to 1. Rapp with the head fake. Now dumping it inside. Balasager-Webb. Boy,
good help.
3 different Oregon State guys all over Jermaine, and Balasager-Webb loses it.
Well, he's upset with himself. It was just better defense. He put the ball on the floor. Once you do it twice, you can't get away with another dribble. As you mentioned, 3 different players. Ratai had him. You had help coming from the top, and it ended up with 3 different players. Just one too many dribbles for a big guy. You're lucky to get away with 2 bounces.
One of the few mistakes that guy has made.
Oh, he's played very, very well.
Indeed, he has. I love him in the starting lineup for the Pilots, PJ.
Oh, he's made a big difference for Shante Leggins.
Swinging it around from the outside. Ratai.
Wow.
I mean, he's just perfection.
Can't play much better than Michael Ratai has played right now. 15 for 16 start for the Pilots, 0 for 5 at a really inopportune time. We talked about how important it is to finish going into that locker room.
First lead of the game for Oregon State. Ratai has 18 points. Delano.
Oh, in and out. That was down.
Yep.
6 straight misses for the Pilots. A big offensive possession right here for Oregon State.
Ball fake, triple. Lavages,
well, you can't start any better than Portland did. You can't finish any better than Oregon State is doing right now.
Crowd into it as...
I don't think Shante took a timeout.
Ooh. Well, wait a second now.
I got to see what this call is by DJ. Well, Lavages, no one played him right there.
The Lavages in.
Just warned Shante for being out of the box. It actually helped him. It gave him a chance to communicate with his team a little bit. They have 2-for-1 opportunity if they want. I think more importantly, they got to get a good shot out of this possession.
Wide open, Gebbers, not there. Poke checked away. Gebbers finding Delano. Long ball.
Oh boy, that had a chance to go in. I think if Gebbers had let it go. Portland ends on a bad drought. 8 straight misses right now. Last possession of the game. There is a foul No, there's not a foul to give. Both teams with 14 fouls right here.
Shot clock off, game clock right at 7. Right here, let's see what Minor does. LT. The finish! Not there, heartbreaker for Kings.
But we got a foul, Giselle Dean.
Goodness.
That's a foul inside.
A bailout foul.
LT with the corner jump shot. Watch Kings come into your picture. He goes up in the finish. Boy, that's a tough call on Balasager-Webb right now.
Heartbreaker.
Well, the good news for Portland, they played so many good minutes, Annie. They're not going to be completely devastated with this finish. But again, we said coming out of the 4-minute timeout how important it was for them to build upon what they had done in the first 16 minutes, and they were unable to do that. 0.9 seconds right now. You got to just be careful if you're Portland. Make sure if this is a miss that you box out.
Couple of tosses from Kings. Stretch run for Oregon State in this first half. They once trailed by 9, and now look at the score, 46-39. Beavers with the lead at the break.
Great poise by Oregon. They go to Gonzaga. I mean, it's just one after the other, and finish with St. Mary's. 4 games in 8 days. Forget for freshmen, for seniors, that's a tough road to hoe.
That's Murderer's Road 2.0. That is for sure. As the second half is underway, Oregon State with the ball with the lead, and goaltending counted for Fala.
Same way they started the first half, got the ball inside to Parsifal. At that time, though, he got the angle and was able to score inside against Balasager-Webb. Was not able to do that in the first half.
Oregon State said they were going to pound it inside to Fala, and right out of the chutes to start the second half, paying dividends. Let's see if the Pilots can get Rapp going. Remember, playing with 2 fouls. McKinnon skips it over to Delano.
Good help there by Parsifal. Denied any kind of penetration opportunity.
4 on the shot clock. Delano, tough take. Ball up for grabs. Good hustle play. Dengdeet stepping into the 3. Not there.
Good look. Yeah, good look, though. That's when those open threes show their way. We talked about more offensive rebounds. They got one, but couldn't finish. Turnover inside. Unable to convert.
Dengdeet. Minor tried to close. It was a wide open look for Dengdeet. Couldn't hit it.
They're looking inside for Fala again. 3 straight possessions. That's where they want to go.
Balasager-Webb at 7-1, all over Fala. Clogged in the middle. Poke checked away by McKinnon. He's going right at LT and 1. Gutsy play by McKinnon.
Heady play by Max McKinnon. Watch him turn his shoulder. He does a great job shielding himself. A careless pass there by Michael Rataj. McKinnon knows he's got him. He turns his shoulder into Lataris, and then he finishes inside. Again, we showed that with the halftime stats. Big advantage, points off turnovers in the first half for the Beavers. Pilots struggling to score. They need those, call them easy points. They're not easy points, but you need some points off turnovers, some offensive rebounds. You need to get to the free throw line. Got to manufacture some offense.
3-point play for McKinnon. Again, he's coming off that 22-point performance against Washington State. He is in a groove.
They want Fala again. Good
Quick
help
double,
there.
yep.
Yeah, really good help by Dengdeet.
LT buries it.
Well, I tell you, you can see him. We talked about accelerating the aging process. LT's a sophomore, but again, he was declared a sophomore. What a tough shot there. Austin Rapp a little bit frustrated right now. You mentioned, Annie, difficult for him to get going. There's the double team. Dengdeet goes down. Fala realizes he's got nothing available, so he skips it across. That's really good recognition by Parsifal.
Vlahovic is having himself a heck of a game with 13 points. His career high is 17. Fala wants it inside. Now he'll square. Ball on the deck. Rataj. My goodness, PJ, I'm running out of stuff to say.
Inside out. All you got to say is good pass by Parsifal, and Michael Rataj is in the zone.
21 points for Rataj now, 2 off of his career high. And he's perfect.
Boston Fowler, Delano goes in to help. You can't leave Ratai open. Can't leave him open any night, especially tonight. You got to be hugging him the entire time. Portland again, that's good ball movement for Portland, but again, their shots fall off. Seems like the Oregon State shots for the last 5 minutes, anything that was on the rim went in. For Portland, it hasn't been the same as the way they opened the game.
Balasager-Webb, very aggressive. Balavichus with the second foul.
That is a big front line right there. Balasager-Webb, Dangdeet, and Rapp. Michael Ratai, 21 points, 9 for 9. That'll get you going. 9 for 9's pretty good.
That ain't half bad. Again, 21 points. His career high is 23. That looks like it's going to go down in flames. Ball tipped. Good interior defense.
Yeah, I tell you, I like the no call that time on Austin Rapp because he went straight up. He maintained verticality.
Pretty gutsy by Rapp playing with 2 fouls, PJ.
But he's got to play. He's only got 2, fortunately. That third one would be a real problem.
Quick step, and McKinnon, I think, took everybody by surprise.
Yeah, Max McKinnon is gotten a lot more aggressive the last 2 games, and it suits him very well.
Ratai wanted a wraparound, now finds. Ooh, there's Rapp's third foul.
Yeah, that's a good call because he got caught a little bit low. You talk about playing half around. He wasn't quite. He was half around on the bottom side. You got to be half around on the top side. See, you can't do it from there. You got to get your head and shoulder in front of the man, not behind him, and that's what caused the foul.
Oregon State smart to get that ball to Fala and draw that foul.
Oh, without question. You don't want Rapp to get untracked.
And Ratai on the inbounds play. The foul's going to go against Dangdeet, and Ratai to the line.
Good recognition by both Ratai and DeMarco Minor. They're getting more comfortable playing with each other. Ratai waited till the open area by the dotted line, what used to be the dotted line, was there, went away, and he just filled right in, and Polo saw it coming, just led him with the little lob pass.
You talk about all these internationals, and it started with Michael Ratai out of Germany for Oregon State.
Oh, there's no question. Again, that was such a heralded, boy, tough. That's the second free throw he's missed tonight. Again, an in and out one. It was such a heralded freshman class when it came in.
Yes.
Jordan Pope, Bilodeau, Michael Ratai, Casey Abekwe. The other 3 are all playing somewhere else. The man from Augsburg stayed here, and he is the foundation for this team.
That's a great point. He's the only one left from that class. He's got 22 points now, one off of tying a career high.
Well, Pope's at Texas, Bilodeau's at UCLA, Abekwe's at UW.
Minor wanted to steal. Delano avoids it. Dangdeet squares. Look at Minor all over that ball. Rapp, ball on the deck. You bet.
That's a good move right there. Sometimes when the outside shot's not going, they got to pick that ball up. They're fortunate there was no pressure that time. Michael Ratai thought Polo was coming toward him, and he went the other way, but no harm done.
5 points now for Rapp. Remember, he leads the Pilots at 14 a game, playing with the 3 fouls. He's got to be smart. There's a long way to go in this one, PJ. Anybody's ball game.
Yeah, see, Gebbers did a good job sitting on King's left hand.
Kings. That play will be whistled dead as
Man, you're the leading scorer, and you're a freshman, and you don't have a lot of help, frankly. Fortunately, his teammate, Max McKinnon, playing very well tonight. It gets a little bit tougher when you're a marked man, and that's what Austin Rapp is going to face the rest of this year.
The bigs have been very good for the Pilots as well, so we've got ourselves a game. 7 on the shot clock right now for Kings. Baseline cut off, good help defense, swinging it. LT, wide open, not there. Ooh, look at Kings skying.
Tough call right there. Kings with position. Ball Dangdeet from the back had to get him. Nice ball movement. You see it, that's 3 fouls on Dangdeet, and he's playing very well. numbers don't necessarily reflect. He's doing a little bit of everything for Shante. Again, he looks up. It's only a 7-point game, but I'll tell you what, he's got to keep his guys on the floor that are playing well. And Deng Diet is one of those.
So 3 fouls, as PJ mentioned, on Deng Diet. 14 fouls. Kings muscles his way in.
I'll tell you, again, we're saying that about a number of the Beavers. That's why this team is playing so well. He's improving week by week.
In double figures now is Kings. Delano, ball fake. McKinnon trying to back it up. There's the double team. Beavers, extra pass. Deng Diet, ball on the deck. 6 on the shot clock. Outside shot just not falling as Deng Diet and Ratai.
I wish they called a jump on the previous possession on the other end too. Even though he came over the top, he had a lot of ball right there. That was very good rotation behind the double team. They did a good job getting over and pressuring. Good defensive possession for the Beavers.
Still plenty of time for the Portland Pilots to pull off this upset.
Showing zone right here, though. Often go man late in the clock.
Rapp. Aggressive. He wanted the N1. He'll go to the line for a couple. Ratai got him.
Like the adjustment, whether Aussie Rapp took that upon himself or Shante Leggins said to him, look, guys, you're not getting the open shots you want from the perimeter. Look to be a little more aggressive offensively. Both he and McKinnon have had success tonight off the dribble.
So here's Rapp.
Excellent free throw shooter.
91% free throw shooter. Here's what I love about the freshman. You mentioned the free throws that were missed against Oregon that could have sealed it for the Pilots. Missed by Rapp.
Yep.
Since he missed those free throws, he's been a 90% guy from the line.
You learn.
Yep. Really like his game in just a yearling. 2 big tosses for this Pilot group. They're hanging in there. Reverse, and that's the first miss of the game for Ratai.
Yeah, and he dribbled the ball an awful lot. It's hard to quibble with that shot that he got. He just didn't finish a layup, but that was a lot of bounce right there.
That's great help side defense. Raps hangs tough and scores.
Good recognition by the Pilot bench. Rapp starting to get it going. They run a post-up play for him.
9 points now for Rapp. Answer's not there. Ozzie with the board, and the Pilots starting to get a little bounce in their step. Here's McKinnon. Catch and shoot. Beavers. Boy, that's one he'd love to have back, PJ.
For sure. That could have been an Oregon State timeout had that gone down.
So Oregon State dodges a bit of a bullet.
Yeah, big possession here, Annie. Again, not starting out very well. Wayne Tinkle orchestrating right now. I think they're going to try and get Kings on top.
Here's Kings, jab step. There's the high pick, and I think it's going to be an offensive foul. Nope. The Pilots wanted an offensive foul on that pick.
It's that previous possession. You saw a mismatch inside. DeMarco Minor trying to guard Austin Rapp. That's a tough cover for them right there. The officials got together right there. I think one official was going to call one play. Wayne Tinkle's asking Giselle Dean, what happened? I thought you had the foul against them.
Offensive foul against Ratai. Let's take a look.
Didn't give him a step, and he kind of pushed at the end. I like the call.
Little bit of that push, and he insold it.
When you set, yeah, he did. When you set a screen, if it's a blind screen, in other words, the defender cannot see, you have to give him a step. He did not give him a step. That's a tough miss inside. Again, Portland in and out again.
Beavers, the redshirt freshman, getting quality minutes, had a good look at that hoop.
He's had 2 good looks. 3-point shot from the corner, and that one right there off the bounce.
5-point lead, Oregon State. Under 13 to go. Ratai has missed 2 in a row. That's noteworthy.
Yeah, it was well defended by Rapp. Forced him to pull up and take a little bit of a fadeaway shot in the paint. Again, you make 9 in a row, you're going to have to miss some. Good D there by Say.
Now Deng Diet squaring up. He's got LT.
It's a foul. Oh, you got to get that call right there. That's terrible.
Legs was hoping for the foul as well. It looked like Vlahovic just got him.
No, they missed it. There's no question there was a foul right there.
Take a look.
Shante leaves him in the floor in the game. He reached in, fouled him twice. Fouled him with his left arm, and he fouled him with his body. Even my old eyes could see that one in.
Lake checking in for Oregon State. Let's see what Masic on the floor can do for the Pilots. Oh, that's just unlucky, but it's going to stay with the Pilots off of Oregon State. 1 on the shot clock, though, PJ.
Yep, it's got to be a quick look right now. I think they just maybe you'd like a lob inside to Dengdi, but I think it's going to go to Rapp, and he's going to have to shoot it quickly. 1 full second's a little longer than you think. You got time to catch and shoot it.
There it is.
Oh, boy.
Boy, McKinnon, he really had a good look. In fact, he clapped to himself, frustrated.
Oh, he did. He kind of pulled the string on it a little bit, but you're aware, 1 second, you probably think you got to shoot it a little quicker than you do.
Kings, the lefty, you bet.
He has such a beautiful stroke when throwing in his zone. They got to go get Beavers to start. Nope.
Short into the hands of Lake. The blocking foul is going to go against Beavers.
79, just under 80 from the free throw line. When you shoot it well, that's going to give you an opportunity to win. One of the reasons Oregon State off to such an excellent start.
Beavers, one of the better offensive teams in the WCC, and certainly defensively as well, but they have been tested by the Pilots tonight. Anybody's ball game. It's an 8-point lead for OSU.
Masic did a good job. That play was run for Josiah Lake, and he did a good job trailing him.
Fala aggressive against the double.
Again over Dengdi. The guy that he's had trouble scoring on is Balasager-Webb. The other players, whether it be Rapp or Dengdi, he's been able to finish on them. Freshman Todd Jones on the floor.
You're reading my mind.
Yep.
Jones getting his first action of the game.
Pass on the wrong side of the defense right there. The defender was on the top side. Got to throw him the ball on the opposite side. Bounce pass along the baseline would have led him right to the rim.
Balasager-Webb with the 10 points sitting right now, PJ.
Again, a lot of players. There's Masic, who's got to get going. 3-point line has gone cold for the Pilots.
Austin on the floor for the Pilots as well. It's a 10-point lead for Oregon State.
Nice pass. Beautiful seal and a really nice entry pass by LT right there. Offensive execution. You watch it, you can see it coming.
64-52, Beavers with the lead. Fala getting after it in the second half.
Yeah, he's totally different in the second half. There's a double team. He recognizes, so he finds LT on a nice cross-court pass. There's an assist. Delano goes in, double team him. I'm going to find Ratai in the corner. 2 assists at the half. He's also done a better job offensively. Uses his strength, pushes his way open. He's got 3 field. That's just a good seal right there. 6 points in the second half, 2 assists. You're talking a player that had 2 points and 1 assist at the half, and we were wondering what's going on. First half would pause the follow. The man from Iran has answered us in the second half.
And again, the game plan was to go into him immediately out of the chute. Struggled a little bit, did Parsa in that first half, but the game plan stayed the same in the second half.
Well, Balasager-Webb was a problem for him. That length really caused him a problem. He's not had as much problem with Dengdi or Rapp.
Baloo back on the floor for the Pilots. It's a 12-point lead for Oregon State, matching their biggest cushion of the game. Remember, the Pilots led by 10 in the first half.
Only 1 starter on the floor right now for Portland.
Masic.
A nice pass.
And there's the flush by Jones, but that's all Masic.
I'll tell you what, he's a very gifted passer. When he recognizes when it's appropriate to put the ball on the floor and create, and when it's not, that makes him so much a more effective player. Vukašin Masic, young man from Serbia.
Boy, did the Pilots need that. Looking to go inside again to Fala. There's the double. Quick pass to LT, and now Kings. Stepping through.
Whoa.
Deep ball Lake.
Oh, that's better. Good to great. They had a good shot. They dribble penetrated, got a better one. Josiah Lake just unable to convert. I thought LT actually should have taken the jump shot. Nice defense by Lake. Careless pass by Chris Austin. He's a veteran player. He knows better.
Kings had a notion instead inside to foul. It'll stay with Oregon State. 9:33 left to go in this game as Ratai checks back in.
I'll tell you what, Oregon State has given him good minutes. We talked about that Oakland game, 31-4 bench points in favor of the Beavers against Oakland. And they're getting good production again off the bench tonight.
Oregon State coming back from the Diamond Head Classic 2-1, losing to Nebraska in that championship game.
Gotta get it in.
There it is.
Yep. Tipped
away. Minor right into the hands of Masic.
Yeah, not good movement that time. The previous possession, they got 2 free throws out of it. That time, they kind of stood around a little bit.
Masic draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Minor with his second foul of the game.
Yeah, Polo looked over to the bench and said, hey, I didn't even do anything right there. Masic kind of created the contact. Got that's 2 veteran players right there.
Masic, you mentioned the veteran transfer out of Maine. Before that, Hofstra.
Yeah, he's been around the block a little bit.
McKinnon and Rapp back onto the floor for the Pilots. And again, Balasager-Webb, who has the 10 points, continues to sit for Portland.
Yeah, McKinnon's got 14. Balasager-Webb next with 10. Cannot afford missed free throws, particularly from a guy who has a good stroke. I don't understand. Masic doesn't shoot free throws as well as you would think.
So he gets 1 of 2. 9-point lead for Oregon State. 9:07 left to go in this ball game. Here's Minor, who has been assisting but quiet in the scoring department. Skip, late, driving. Follows up his own miss, decides to get out of the tall trees. Not there on a deep 3. Follow, Ratai, a new career high for Ratai. He's got 24.
2 offensive rebounds on the same possession. We talked about Portland needing offensive rebounds themselves. Oregon State's showing them why.
C did a really good job of continuing that play with the effort.
It's a good look right there.
And boy, Rapp knew that was good the second it left his hand.
He's too comfortable. His closest defender was 6 feet away. Ozzie Rapp is too good a shooter to be that comfortable.
12 now for Rapp, who was very quiet early and in foul trouble. Stays on the floor, starting to heat up a bit.
Very much a perimeter possession so far. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Jones.
That's been Jones' problem all year, and he's foul trouble. The young guy, the freshman from Louisiana, just has trouble staying on the floor. McKinnon inside out right there. Michael Ratai was looking to help a little bit on Max McKinnon. He left Rapp. Again, Rapp too good a deep shooter.
So the Pilots hanging around.
Well, they most certainly are.
Another baseline drive cut off nicely by the Pilot defense. Now Ratai wheeling, dealing. Here's Minor. Can he finally get going? Not yet.
8 points. Portland very much in this game. They need a little bit better offensive execution, and that'll do it.
Wow, absolutely huge take and shot by Rapp.
And one.
And one is right. Ozzie.
A little bit, but again, they deserve the break. He's averaging 17.8 his last 4 games. He's got a leg up on that right now with 15. 3 for 6 from downtown. He's made both his free throws, but he's doing other things. He's got 6 boards. He's also got a steal.
Yeah.
Does not play like a freshman.
Highest scoring freshman and rebounder in the WCC. A chance for a 4-point play as Ratai picks up his 3rd.
And we talked about how smooth that free throw is. He's 23rd actually in the NCAA free throw percentage at 91.3 coming up, and that's gone up. He's all over the WCC stats, just like Michael Ratai.
13 second half points now for Rapp. And the lead is down to 4 for Oregon State. Let's see if they can execute. See, almost walked. Inside look, stepping through, and Fowler will go to the line and one.
They just like that matchup. Anybody other than Balasager-Webb has not been able to stop Fowler. He's got Rapp on his back, Really good move by the big guy right there. That's 4 fouls on Ozzie Rapp. Probably more important than the potential 3 points Fowler has got a chance to secure right here.
And does indeed. Fowler now in double figures with 11. He only had 2 at half.
Now the good news is Balasager Webb is coming in. The bad news is he's probably coming in for Ozzie Rapp.
That's a good inside rebound.
Yeah, I wonder why Fowler doesn't get more rebounds.
Very athletic and so strong. Tough to knock him off the perch. Wheeling, dealing, blocks. That's really good.
Yeah,
defense.
Nowhere to go. He did a nice reverse pivot, but it put him underneath the basket. There was nothing that could happen right there. Nothing good. Here's Balasager Webb in. There's the spin. That's a good double team. Block shot right there by Ozzie Rapp. I don't know if they gave it to him. That's a block.
It sure was, and he does sit down, as you predicted. Balasager Webb back on the floor. Rapp sitting with the 4 fouls. 6:45 left. Look at that pass, and it's just a layup for Fowler. He's got 13.
Clinic in high-low action, big-to-big play right there. We talked about better interior defense. Oregon State needed. They don't need better offense. They've got that solved.
Well, you're reading my mind, partner.
Micah Ballou.
Boy, the Pilots need that.
Well, again, that's what Shante is. They're switching the zone right now, this possession. Shante Leggins is trying to find a rotation with so many young players. What plagues you is inconsistency. So if somebody's there one night, not the next. That's the definition of a good player. Does it night in, night out.
But Ballou with the answer, not known for his three-point shooting per se.
That man is.
Yep. 9 points now for Steve over his season average of 5.
He's a different player the last 10 days than he was earlier in the year. Such a good shooter historically, and off to a horrendous start first 2 months for Oregon State. Now he's starting to find the range.
He just looks so confident out there, PJ. To your point, different guy.
You just got to see the ball go in.
Masic, tough shot going to his left and drills it.
Couple of threes. Portland badly needed them. They're hanging around.
7 now for Masic, the veteran coming off the bench as of late.
As the zone, Todd Jones was in the wrong defense. Max McKinnon had to tell him, hey, we're in a 2-3 zone.
Ratai had a lot of room.
Way too much room. The 2-3 zone where you want to get the ball. Foul line and just below the foul line, right on the WCC logo. Wide open, Michael Ratai.
Continues to add to his career high. He's got 26 now, 76-68. He's perfect for so much of this game from the floor, but still filling it up even with a couple of misses. Balasager Webb, nice inside. Jones spinning. There's the walk.
Travel.
Yep.
That's what young guys do. Michael Ratai's a heady player. You got to find the opening in the zone. He found it right there, standing right on the WCC. Todd Jones, you got to come up quicker against Michael Ratai. He's lighting you guys up tonight. Again, it's easy. You keep harping on mistakes, but freshmen are going to make mistakes. The way they learn is they make mistakes and they get pointed out, and hopefully they improve.
Ratai enjoying a career year, and tonight a career high in points scored.
Wow, that's a deep shot.
Yes, wide open, and man, is he a confident guy.
Well, seeing Kings, they start raining threes down with LT. Oregon State is a very, very tough team to defend.
79-68, Oregon State taking punches and counter-punching themselves. They've had an answer for little mini pilot runs. Still, though, lots of time on the clock. There's the high pick. Balasager Webb wants it on the roll. 2 on the shot clock for the Pilots. You got to put it up. Not there, Minor. Will he push?
Yeah, not a good possession offensively for Portland. There's another three-point shooter.
King stepping into the three.
Oh, this is a tough call right here. It's going to go against Balasager Webb. Marcia Fowler getting on the offensive glass. Offensive rebounds hurting Portland right now.
So a new career high in points and assists for Ratai.
Tough call there as we went to break right there. Parsifala, who's come alive, not just scoring and passing the ball in the second half, but more active on the glass.
14 now for Fala. Again, very quiet in that first half.
He's not normally, and he's a 62% free throw shooter, but he's looked good tonight. I put the jinx on him right here.
Nah, he's going to be, don't you worry about it. I got you covered, PJ. You can just tell he's going to make this free throw. You can just tell.
Well, he's stroking it.
15 now for Fala.
Little three-quarter court press for Oregon State. Again, just slow him down. All you want to do is take some time off the clock.
5 in double figures now for Oregon State.
Oh, boy.
Unlucky here. Quick timeout.
Yeah, Shante Leggins recognized Max McKinnon lost his footing. Called the timeout. Wayne Tinkle's telling Antonio Petty, hey, we already had the jump ball before he took the timeout. But good recognition by Shante. Good move by Wayne Tinkle going to the press out of the timeout. It obviously bothered Portland.
81-68, Oregon State with its biggest lead of the game. And we've got a moment up next for Portland. Oh boy.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got it. The improvement second half against Washington State, they were good, but look what's around the corner. Top 20 team. 4 losses for Gonzaga. Don't sleep on them. They're going to be there late in the NCAA this year, guaranteed. Graham Ike, dominant inside. Ryan Nembhard, arguably the best point guard in the country. Series history at 17 straight L's for Portland. They're not the Lone Ranger. A lot of teams have a lot of consecutive L's against the Zags.
Amen. Again, the Pilots opening conference play with Washington State, Oregon State, Gonzaga, St. Mary's, USF. Wow.
Ratai got the deflection. Was it C got the steal and the finish, but Michael Ratai, that's a foul. It all started with the deflection. People talk sometimes, why are you talking so much about deflections? Watch the play. Got the hand on it. That caused the interception by C, and he knew exactly what to do. Masic unable to convert him. Points off turnovers has been a big plus all night. That's 17 now for Oregon State to only 8 for the Pilots. Again, when you lead, they're one of the best teams in the country. They create so many steal opportunities. They're #1 in steals, 8.5 a game in the WCC.
Baloo gets a couple. He's got 7. He's been pretty solid off the bench. Here comes some heat.
Yeah, for sure. And they're trapping. Oh, boy. He was in the air, and he asked for a timeout. That's a new rule that went in last year. Oh, Antonio Petty's changing his mind. He's looking for help up the sideline for DJ Nelson. DJ was already down. Yeah, exactly. That's a tough call. DJ Nelson was already down the court, so there was nobody to see the timeout.
Tinkle can't believe it.
He's upset, and he should be.
Rapp off the pick, buries it.
That'll get you more upset.
Yeah. 19 now for Rapp.
Both teams, Andy, with success with the press.
Well, that was a big shift right there.
Well, he was in the air and called timeout. He should have been granted the timeout. There was no official close enough to see it.
So instead, Rapp buries the J. He's got 19, 2 off of his career high.
They're looking for Fala again.
Double team, right back to C. Quick trigger, can't get it there.
Good look. Portland cannot afford too many empty possessions. 10 points, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
You don't have to hurry necessarily.
No, they're fine, but they can't afford empty possessions.
Okay. There's an empty possession.
And there's points off turnovers again.
Ratai flies in for another deuce. What a game for Ratai. 28 now.
19 points off turnovers, a team that lives by defense.
Deng deep.
In and out. It seems there's been so many of those for Portland. Good shots. Halfway down, pops out.
Good look for Deng deep. $135 right here left to go in this game.
We talked about empty possessions on offense. They can't afford empty possessions on defense. Portland needs stops if they're going to get back in this game.
Minor hesitating. Ratai, can he continue?
Not even close.
All the way to the rim. Delano will have a chance for an and one.
Exactly what you do not want to do. Fine, you miss a shot. That's not a problem. You can't commit a foul in transition and stop the clock. Pasafala tried to save it. That was okay. Delano can't foul him. There wasn't a lot of contact there, but both officials made the call. Stops the clock. Not only that, gives them a chance to set their press up. If Delano makes this free throw, gives him a chance to set up the full court press, which yielded a turnover last possession. And Wayne Tinkle's going for a smaller lineup, going for ball handlers. Got Josiah Lake on the floor along with DeMarco Minor and Nate Kings.
We talked about the brutal schedule for the Pilots. Up next for Oregon State will be at LMU and then back home against San Diego.
Yeah, kind of the opposite end. Not that any games are easy in the WCC, but you're talking about teams picked at the bottom of the league versus teams picked at the top. There's the made free throw. There comes the full court press.
Delano, three-point play. There's the Heat. McKinnon, Delano, stepping through nicely.
Numbers.
Kings, reverse, you bet.
Volavichus and Kings did what you had to do. They got the ball inbounds on the other end. Only 3 players in double figures for Portland. Austin Rapp leading the way. Max McKinnon, his partner from Australia, and Jermaine Balasager-Webb has played very well tonight. Ooh, that's almost a turnover right there. Ooh. Delano's the point guard. He's got to bring it up himself.
Less than a minute.
Micah Ballou should have shot it. Austin Rapp is not hesitating. Here we go with more pressure.
New career high for Rapp with 22 points.
Nice pass right there. Michael Ratai looked off the defense and led it to Lavicious at half court. Hey, Tinkle, he's still coaching. You know he's going to coach all 40 minutes.
Can't say enough about Ratai, a new career high. Austin Rapp, a new career high. It's been a really fun ball game.
I'm not going to say anything until after this free throw by LT.
LT hasn't missed a free throw since November 15th.
Oh, you said it. We'll say it together.
No, he's going to be fine.
20 consecutive makes.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Since 11-15. Those were his first tosses of the game, and they're true.
That was good pressure that time by Ratai. A little bit different when you got a guy in your face. That's an offensive foul.
Oregon State's, as Ratai picks up his 4th, Oregon State's going to go to 11-3 and a 1-0 conference start.
We used to tell the officials, yeah, exactly, 1-0 start. The first game, what, in 100 and some years, that wasn't a conference game in the Pac-8, Pac-10, Pac-12.
There you go.
But right there, started to say, oh, I just couldn't finish right there. The mistake that Michael Ratai made is you try and take the whistle out of the official's mouth at the end of the game. Don't cause a play where there needs to be a foul. Just move the ball on the outside, play it safe. It's a very deceptive final score. Much better game than the score indicates.
Tip of the cap to the Pilots with that scalding first half to lead by double figures. They hung around a lot in the second half, but at the end of it,